All right, start of a new year, start of a new video. It's 2025. Thank you first off to everybody that's followed along in 2024. It's kind of a spotty few months there, but we gained like 30-ish subscribers, I think. We've had a lot of comments, so all that stuff is super cool and makes me super happy. So 2025 for us is gonna be the year of revival. This car needs a lot of body attention. It got put together initially and Jay-Z swapped in like 2017. I believe the end of 2017 or early 2018 for that season. We did a lot of grid life stuff and we're hoping that 2025 is gonna be the exact same thing. Lots of grid life stuff. So let's give you a little bit of update of where we're at and what we're gonna do today. Last video you guys saw is we needed to put panels on that car. You can see all the panels are on. I didn't show you what I did to put all those panels on. But thankfully, I'm doing all new fenders and a whole new kit on this car, so I can document that entire process. This car used to be 75mm front and 75mm rear. To fit the wheels that were on it, I ended up spacing them out a bunch to make it all fit and look flush and proper. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to run a ton of space on this car. I want to kind of bring the track width in a little bit so it feels a little bit more normal, not so crazy and wonky, I guess you could say. So that's what we did. This is a 55 on the car already. I'll show you what that looks like. I still got to trim it out. I'll show you all that stuff. How to trim, how to mount, how to put it on. Every single car is different. But again, this is the year of revival. So we're super excited. What I'll do here is I will cut to a quick walkthrough of what we did on this car. And then from there, we'll go right into working on this car today. Hopefully we can get some fenders mounted. And I'll show you what I'm kind of doing to block out the rear quarters as well to make sure all the smoke stays out. It already does a good job, but it could always do a little bit better. So let's cut to that. Thank you for everything in 2024. Let's hit it hard in 2025 and see what happens. All right, here's the blue car that I was just explaining. So Origin Type 3 front, Origin Type 3 rear. I had Type 2 in the back, and I had charge speed fronts. So this is a little bit different of a setup. The car's got B-knuckle on it and it's literally got a 3-inch spacer. So it sounds crazy, I'm not a big spacer guy, but that is what they do and that's how they get the best feel out of the car. And I'm here for it, so I'm gonna try it. So anyways, the Type 3s, they fit amazingly well. So shout out to Togi Factory and Origin USA for always being on board and helping us out with all that stuff. But as you can see, it's just the look and the style of the curve for the front and the rear, I feel matches this kit a lot better than what was on it. So this is an Origin Racing Line kit, VIS carbon hood, Car Modify Wonder front brow, and then obviously the Origin Type 3 overs. So this will be the look for the car. It's a little bit too cold out right now for us to do any sort of painting, so we're gonna let it sit like this. There's some things that I marked that I wanna fix up bodywork wise. Obviously some peaks are a little bit off. Not everything's always gonna be perfect. There's a little bit of a pinhole thing going on right here, but that's all part of working with fiberglass. So I wanted you guys to see that before we moved on to the other car. But all of this stuff is for sale. I literally have 75mm rears, and then I also have 75mm fronts and a full Origin stylish kit, all for S14 that is for sale. So if anybody is interested in that, please hit me up. I would love to get rid of it. And then this is the full new kit for the Kooky. So this is an Origin Drift line. This is the first year they had this kit. I got the full under canard set as well. But once we get that mounted up, we'll show you more of that. But for now, let's get some fiberglass rolling on this car and see what it looks like and see how everything fits. All right, fender time. So this is for the Kooky. I already started fitting it a little bit. So this is different. The only reason this is different is because this is not for a stock body car. I have a full bash bar in the car and we got to work our way around that bash bar, obviously. Okay, so it'd be different. The blue car obviously fits up pretty normal. So these grooves right here are literally just so I can get myself, whatever you want to say, in there or around that. So yeah. What I need to do is cut this out. So you can see these little pieces right here. These are all the cutouts from the other car. So what I need to do is literally take this bad boy and go straight up and then cut all the way across and then down right there, because this section is still going to get mounted and zip tied to the bumper. So we want to make sure we don't get rid of that. So I'm going to cut this one out. I'll probably cut out the other side as well. and then I'll get back to you guys when it comes time to do some of the mounting stuff. Here we are. So I got this trimmed up a bunch here just so that I can show you what the next step is. Again, not everybody will have bash bars. You won't have to necessarily worry about that. I removed my light just so I can make this mounting process to that tab easier. But this is my secret. I take a piece of tape and I lay it out and I put a dot where the hole is, okay? So I do that on all 3 mounting locations. I take my hand, I line this up the way that I want, and then I'll actually pull this piece of tape back and I'll stick it down. And then what that will do is it'll show me exactly where I need to drill that hole. So I'll do that here first, mount that one, make sure I got it all lined up and nice, hold it down, do the next one, make sure I got it all lined up and nice, do the next one. So that is the secret. So I will mount those since I can't do the camera and that at the same time. I'll mount all 3 of those. And then I'll mount where it connects to the headlight. And then last I'll do this and I'll pull it over and line it up. That way the door jamb is really nice. So that's where we're at. And then I also trimmed out this too. So you can see now you have all that clearance there. For whatever reason, the 55s are much higher than what the 75 were. So I'll be able to lower the front of the car down to help make up that difference as well. So I'm gonna mount some holes, get that stuff rolling, and then we'll check back in after all that. All right, let's talk. So I got this fender on, I got the bumper on. I have this one literally just resting on. It's not mounted. I don't know what's going on. This passenger side one's just being a nightmare after hours, not fitting the best. I got this trimmed up nice. I got that gap okay. It's not mounted down there, so I still got to pull it over, but I was shaving and shaving and shaving and shaving, try to get this corner light to fit real nice, and now there's a wicked gap. I shaved too much. There's pressure on there. It's not sitting the way it should. I'm gonna have to body that in better. That's gonna bother the crap out of me. So I'm taking a break from that. This one I've also been heating up and kind of pushing down. You can actually heat up fiberglass and push down on it to get it to like move a little bit. But I'm just struggling. This one literally not being mounted and just laying up there fits better than the other one. The headlight lines up better, everything fits better. This, you can see the weird gap, whatever. I'm over it for the moment. I'm leaving it, I'm gonna move on. So this car on the rear is cut out crazy. I can't tell you or remember why I did this, but I did. I filled in all these different holes, that way smoke doesn't get into the cabin. It worked okay. It wasn't great, but there's just a lot of areas for rubber to catch and fill up, especially on this side. So, off camera, a different day, I made a cardboard template. I boxed that in, I welded it, not completely around, but like I welded areas, and then I used some fancy 3M body stuff to seal that off. So now that is all sealed and proper. Next, I'm gonna do this one. So I need to cut this flat, first things first, and then I need to box this back here, and then I'm actually gonna take another sheet like this, and my plan is to put it in there. That way it's blocked back that way. So that's where my head's at the moment. I am going to start working on that. I'm gonna make some cardboard templates, and then I'll kind of check back in once we get that far. So if you're struggling with one thing, don't stress about it. Move on, come back to it with a clear head. So let's just knock other things off the list. All right, we got a mess here, but it's all for good purpose. So this is where we're at. I told you guys I'd show you a template. So this is me just taking cardboard, obviously, tracing out what I need to make it all fit and look proper. Next, I'll cut it out of metal, but this kind of gives you the idea of what I'm chasing here. So with this now, any smoke, any tire, any debris, rather than filling up these cavities that I had at one time, it'll all maybe sit there or it'll just roll off. So you can see these used to be huge holes and cavities that were filled with stuff. Then, not today, I'm sure, but then once I have all this proper and nice, I'd actually like to make some nice panels, maybe bead roll them or something and put them in the trunk as well, just to finish off that look, maybe not fixed and welded in. The only reason being is I do like, in this case with this corner being crunched, I can take an air hammer, I can get in there, can take a basketball, and I can kind of push that back out to make it as nice as possible. But again, something to think about, right? So either way, this is where I'm at. I'm going to make this out of metal. I'm going to start tacking it in, maybe even put the sealer on it, and after that, we'll probably catch back up again. So good progress, just got to keep pushing. All right, everybody, it's been a couple hours, but like I said, we would get you an update. So this is what it looks like with metal in there. You can kind of see some of the hot spots of where I welded it in, but it's welded all across this, welded there, tacks here, tacks there, couple points there, and then a few more points even on the back side. So that's all been sealed up now with 3M. Whether something, another craziness that it touches one thing and it gets everywhere and wrecks your clothes. But yeah, I am going to now spray that with the undercoating spray. I sprayed the backside of the panels before I welded them in. I still can get through them from the trunk, obviously, if I need to, but I'm going to clean up that whole area, spray that all down with some bed liner spray, and then maybe we'll move on to putting some proper riv nuts in here rather than these old rubber things that have been in there for 10 years. And I'm thinking we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4 mounting points, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 mounting points for the over fenders. But one piece at a time, knocking something off the list. All right, what a day. I got that passenger side, that's not true. I got the driver's side done, which you guys would have seen just a moment ago. I mounted up the 55mm origins with tape just to kind of see how everything's fitting, and it's the way I remember it. So by no means am I some Fitment guy or Fitment king trying to have some stanced out car, but I do like a wheel that fits well. I will not be running 285s. So this is a 285 on my Meister right here. And as you can see, it is snug. Again, I'll be running a 265, not a 285. So that will be slightly different. There will be a little bit of a gap there, which is nice. A little bit of play is a good thing. But I don't know what it is. Obviously, this is just like closed in the door and stuff. I got like 20mm of spacers on the front as well. That will be coming off, obviously. But something about like a super wide kit on the 55s just does it for me. The 75s looked good. Like, don't get me wrong, the 75s are sick. You can fit absolutely whatever you want, but something about everything just being snug, I like the way it looks. So a lot of body work to come. As you can see, the door gap is goofed up. These aren't even mounted, that's just taped on. This gas door is a lot better than my other one. This gas door doesn't open. So you can kind of see this part, but it doesn't matter on this car because my gas door is actually routed into the trunk. But on this car, it's completely different. This one must have been cut down more, I guess you could say. But I know it's blurry, but that doesn't do it for me. So that doesn't work for me, but oh well, here we are. I will fix that. I will make all this proper. I think tomorrow morning, Parker's gonna help me get this dialed in and mounted. I still gotta do all the under panel work on the other side, but I think that might do it for this video. If something comes up, I will obviously show you, but I think that might do it for this video. So next will be a clip of probably me in my basement in front of all my stuff, shouting out the subscribers and the comments from the last couple videos. All right, I said that I was gonna cut to a clip of me in my basement talking about the subscribers and comments, and that was a lie. We're here at the shop. I'm with Jack. We're kind of finishing up. You can tell we got the bash bar and stuff off so I can get these fenders fitted, blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's go through YouTube. So all the way back to the photo video where I broke down all the photos. X subscribed. He had that sick S14 hatch. New comment on there from X-Herms. Thank you for shouting us out. Going through them was really cool. Subscribe. So thank you for that, Eric. I believe that's your name. If it's not, I'm sorry. That was really cool of you. All right. Analog Culture, my homie Carl commented, love you, brother. Glad everything's still kicking on the silver car. Right? That thing is a riot. I actually got some pretty cool videos of him. So I have that on there. So that's cool. We commented back and forth a couple times. Here's another comment. Elator, if you want to do a photo clinic, let me know. Yes, dude. Like, we need to do that for multiple people. I think that'd be super cool. Gato Media subscribed to us, which is awesome. Another comment we got from my homie Mac. Mac, I need you to shoot these 3 cars, brother. They're going to be completely different in springtime. We got to get them together. Nice to see you getting some good shots, so I appreciate that. These are all from the photo video, obviously, so that one's pretty cool. Chaboy Bride Eye, my boy Bryden, he commented, pics are fire. If you have time, a video with those clips would be appreciated. So all that stuff is super cool. We do appreciate it. Brett commented on a couple things. I'm old. GYBE has subscribed to the YouTube channel, so that's great. Giorgio, that's how you say your name. Sorry, buddy. Garza, he subscribed. New comment on blue car teardown. Can you read that?
Nice camera work, Jack. What type of car is the blue car?
What kind of car is the blue car?
S14.
S14, baby. That one's a 1995. So the purple car and the blue car are both 95s. This one's a 97. So 1997. Let's see what this one is. Hard to find a good camera guy, he said. So that's pretty cool. Circle of Cycles 2, which is great. So a lot of comments, a lot of things coming in from you guys. We really appreciate that. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps boost and do what we're doing. You will be seeing another video of this car. Hopefully the next video I'm able to show you the fenders are mounted. Hopefully the quarters are mounted. I got a lot of work I got to do on that back corner. And hopefully we can get this bash bar fitted back up. It's just a bash bar, so I'd hate to spend a bunch of money to build a new one. So hopefully we can get this fitted back up and proper. Other than that, thank you for all you guys have been doing. Thank you for following along. Thanks for commenting, subscribing. Thank you to TF Works. Thank you to Origin Lab USA. Please reach out to those guys if you need anything Origin or anything drift car, race car, time attack, anything you can think of related. Those are like, that's the mecca for the Midwest. So thank you for all you guys do. We'll catch you all soon. See you on the next one.